What manner of Cainite have they imprisoned here? He seems more animal than man.
Thou hast saved Eric of Clan Gangsa. According to the ancient Cainite law, I owe thee a life boon. I shall accompany thee and protect thee until such time as I discharge my debt.
Thou speaks with honor.
Thy providential attack did interrupt the wicked sorcerer Ardan, as he began a conjuration to twist me into a mindless gargoyle. At the sound of thy coming, the Tremere snake slithered into the chambers below. I am thine to command, after I have felt the Tremere's shriveled heart burst between my jaws.
Thou mayst tear the warlock's heart from his chest only after I have pried truthful answers from his mouth. Now let us go.
Hold silent! Approach!
Come unto me. Bring us back into our foe. Come unto me.
not attack me. I shall give thee all thy desires.
Hold, Ardan. I am Christoph Romuald of Clan Bruja. Where is Aneska?
Welcome, Christoph Romuald. Ah, yes. An intriguing woman came unto me. A nun she was, and she was my first nun. That is, she was the first nun who ever came seeking me. Aneska, her name. She sought the lore of the kindred. She sought our secrets. And she sought to learn of thee, Christoph. I was intrigued with such audacity.
Come to the point, Magus.
She seemed to have no fear. No fear at all. I was dumbstruck. She seemed possessed of the courage of 100 warriors, yet I could smell her fear. Well aware she was of the risk she ran. Was she filled with arrogant self-righteousness? No. She knew her God would not protect her from my hunger. Did she seek martyrdom? No. She clearly clung to her life and lived life with a passion I had not seen before in a nun. Was she mad? Or a mere fool? No. Behind her quiet words, there lurked a cunning mind. She was... I did not know what she was. And in not knowing, I was intrigued. Intrigued and strangely drawn to her.
I care not for thy loathsome appetites, Ardan. What became of her?
And she was quite beautiful. Didst thou know? Couldst thou see that behind her wimple, that her hair was long and auburn? Couldst thou see that beneath the shapeless folds of her robe, that she possessed a body as achingly beautiful as any odalisque? Truly, she chose the wrong profession to make the best use of the gifts God had bestowed upon her. In defiance of heaven, she had buried her talents in the field of the holy orders. Her beauty transfixed me, just as her courage thrilled me. I had never met a woman like her, and I shall never again. I had to have her. I had to make her my own child.
If thou dare to defile her in such a way, I swear I will burn thee to ash an inch at a time.
Thou might show more charity to the only one who can find her.
He baits thee, Christoph, and dawdles for some treacherous purpose. Pray, let me kill him!
Ardan, if thou dost fail to tell me where she is with thy next breath, Eric will behead thee before thou draw breath again.
I know not! I touched her not, but merely sent her away to the Tzimitzi.
Dost thou take me for a fool? Why wouldst thou send one thou lusted for to thy hated enemy?
My sire would not allow me another child, and I dared not defy him. But I could not bear the thought of another embracing her. So I sent her to the Tzimitzi. They are the only clan that would have no use for one such as she, so I could be sure they would not embrace her. They would simply kill her, thinking her a part of some Tremere scheme.
Devil-tongued fiend! Thou hast sent her to her death! Die!
Wait! She did return from the Tzimitzi.
What?
Liar! The Tzimitzi would have killed her.
Peace! Let him speak.
I asked her how she survived, and she said, her faith sustains her in all things. She even thanked me for sending her to the Tzimitzi. Ah, a most remarkable woman. My spies did tell of a premise revenant that did cower before the pure light of her faith, and sobbing like a child, whispered to her of Golconda.
Golconda? What is that?
The belief that a vampire can be redeemed, cured of the blood of Cain. 'Tis but a legend, and no more, told to give comfort to weak-willed Cainites. Yet no one knows more of Golconda than the great Tremere master, Atreus. She said she would go to him in his chantry in Vienna. She even asked to ride to Vienna in our October caravan of slaves. What a woman!
Where is she? Tell me, or I will split thee in twain.
I delivered her to the Ventru caravan driver, Orsi, and they left 3 days ago for Vienna.
Dog! Thou hast enslaved her.
Ha! Master Etrius will take great delight in her. And now I have finished casting the spell that will destroy thee, thou love-struck clotpole!
Arr! Ardan, I will slay thee if it is my last act on earth!
We return to the university in triumph.
Very well. But then I shall go to Vienna and reclaim fair Aneska from these cursed warlocks. I must take my leave of this city. I am sure the Tremere hold Aneska in their Vienna chantry. I can no longer continue here while she remains in danger.
Ardan was a consummate deceiver. The Tremere have gathered fearsome power in Vienna, and we are not ready for bloody battle with the usurpers. They invited thee to play a sinister game. They know that one day we will have to attack their Vienna chantry, and so they desire to force our hand before we are ready. I shall not be tricked. Only after we have gathered the other clans in alliance may we contemplate a strike against them. We will not venture into so palpable a trap.
But Aneska will die.
Many have died in the Elder Wars, and many more will die ere Gehenna comes. But fewer will die if we bide our time and heed not the trickery of the Tremere.
But I cannot simply abandon Aneska to those fiends.
Thou canst and thou must. Thy claim upon her is born in weak-kneed, mortal sentiment. Release such frailties, and spare thyself further wretchedness. We cut our ties to mortals when first we received the blessing of Allfather Cain. Thou hast been reborn in blood, cleansed of mortal claims. Thou art exalted. Thou art immortal. Thou art finally free!
I thought we Prometheans respect the mortals.
For a bumpkin of a holy warrior, thou dost reason like a Greek sage. Aye, we respect mortal men, but we do not seek kinship with the current breed. For lo these many generations, mortals have been cowed by the cleverness of the Incarnu, their faculties o'erthrown by scheming mages, and their wisdom tainted by demons. The little nobility left in them is tainted by corrupt rulers and priests. The mortals of Carthage were worthy companions. Their base progeny are not worth the spilling of the blood of immortals.
Aneska is as noble a woman as any in Carthage. We must rescue her.
Brazen brat! Thou hast earned no such right! Even faithful Wilhelm would quake in fear before making such a selfish request.
Perhaps, but I make it all the same.
Mayhap in a generation or two, thou shalt be deemed worthy of making such a request.
In a generation or two, she will die an old woman, even if she survives the Tzimisce.
Then let her die! She chose her path, not thee! She chose to enter the world of vampires. Thou canst not save the foolhardy from their own reckless ways. Remember, like Cain, we are not our brother's keepers.
I dragged her down in this vile pit, and I will draw her back again.
I forbid it! Tread lightly, lest thou arouse my anger and provoke my powers upon thee.
Do as thou must, but I must rescue her. I know not the fate of my soul, only the state of my heart.
Very well. I see thy heart is fixed upon this course, and thou wilt not be denied. Go if thou wilt. Shouldst thou survive the Tremere trap, remember well this freedom I have bestowed upon thee. But I shall not attend this fool's errand. Only a Malkavian would follow thee.
Then call me a moon-mad child of Malkav, for I shall go.
Willem, thou art true a friend as any in God's kingdom.
A true fool. Mayhap I shall yet see this god of whom thou art overmuch fond.
Or mayhap we shall tear the foul halls of the Tremere down around their scabrous ears, and bring the black heart of their sire to a Katarina to wear as a charm.
Wilhelm, thou art mad! 2 Cainites cannot survive the house to Hexy.
Not 2, 3 shall go. Though I have no wish to see the inside of another Tremere chantry, I shall discharge my life boon by accompanying the brave Bruja who pried open the jaws of the Tremere trap and released poor Eric.
Where Kristoff goes, Serena goes. Mayhap 4 shall prevail where 1 cannot.
Mayhap I shall have to replace 4 Prometheans.
Come, we leave for Vienna.
Do not disobey me, child.
This means traveling through the Bohemian forest. It is beset with werewolves, mortal enemies of our kind. Few Cainites survive the road.
There will be no trouble with the moon beasts while I am near. My clan has made peace with these creatures. We will have safe passage through the forest.
Very well. Let us leave by the east gate.